Hello everyone! I'm back with another video and today is going to be my morning routine jet lag edition. I have done a lot of traveling over the years, but especially recently, and I've developed a bit of a routine for what I do when I just get off a flight and I come home and I need to regroup. I always try to leave myself at least like 4 hours if I can, if not the whole day, to just like get myself together. Sometimes it's not always possible, but I try. Also in this video, I am partnering with Garnier to show you one of their brand new products, which I'm super excited to use on camera because it's really, really fun. So when I get home, I'm usually dead tired and I drag all my suitcases inside, and the first thing I always do, no matter what, is get a huge glass of water, like as big as I can find, and I try to drink as much as possible because I'm always so dehydrated after a flight. So that's my first like really easy tip that everyone can do. And I don't know if it's just me, but whenever I get off a flight, my stomach is kind of like, it's not the happiest, you know? So I always want to have a little something in my belly, but I don't want to eat a lot. So I usually will just have like a little banana, well, not a little banana, a regular sized banana. And that usually will like help my stomach to be settled and everything. And then I can have something a little bit bigger later. So big thing of water and a banana, that always helps. And next, it's shower time. I'm someone who really loves to shower and have baths in general, especially after a flight though, because you just like have that airplane smell, and especially if it's like an overnight flight, I always just feel super gross. So I will usually take a shower and wash my hair, but if I don't have time for that, at the very least, I will wash my face very thoroughly. So I am using the Fresh Soy Face Cleanser. This is one of my all-time favorite cleansers because it really makes your skin feel super clean, but it doesn't dry it out. But I really, after a flight, want something that's just gonna make me feel like alive, awake, and super clean. So I'll always wash my face, and that's a really good cleanser that I always recommend. So after I get out of the shower or I just wash my face, I'm feeling fresh, but my skin is always in need of extra hydration after a flight. And it also just makes me feel like a little more alive after I do a face mask. So like I said earlier in the video, I'm partnering with Garnier to show you one of their brand new products, and this is it. So this is a tissue mask, but it's a little different than your average tissue mask because you actually mix it up yourself, which is the fun part of this mask. So what you do is you fold the mask in two like little parts, and then you squeeze, and you can see all the liquid is being pushed onto the tissue mask, and you kind of just like massage it in. So you're kind of like making your own fresh mix face mask, which is, I think it's awesome. It's super fun. And then you just simply open up the packaging and take out the tissue mask, and then it's just like any other tissue mask. You just apply it to your face and smooth it over the contours of your face. The really cool thing about this mask is that it's made from an alginate, which is like a brown algae sourced from rocky coastlines. When it's infused with the serum, it actually kind of gelifies, and this kind of texture really allows it to adhere to your face. And this tissue mask is actually capable of absorbing the equivalent of 30 milliliters of serum. So you're getting a huge dose of moisture, especially with this mask. This is the Hyaluronic mask by Garnier, and it's their most hydrating formula yet. We all love a bit of hyaluronic acid, you know, it's like the it product because it really is amazing, and especially after a flight because you really need like such a surge of moisture. So I'll just put this mask on, I'll leave it on as I go about my business. I'll probably be like opening up my mail and stuff and walking around hoping that my neighbors don't see me because you do look slightly terrifying, but it's so effective. I have been loving this mask. If you're looking for something a little bit different, Garnier also have the Fresh Mix Tissue Mask in a vitamin C formula. And this is actually vitamin CG. I don't know if that's how you're saying it, but it's like a stable form of vitamin C. So when you actually fold this and pop it and put it into the mask, it's like the purest form of vitamin C. So vitamin C is obviously great for brightening the skin. It's also hydrating, and I just love this concept so much of like folding the packaging and like bursting it into it. It just feels really fresh. It feels a little scientific, which is fun. So if you're looking for lots and lots of hydration, I would definitely recommend the Hyaluronic mask. And if you're looking for a little bit of glow, then I would recommend this vitamin C one. Once I am ready and I'm feeling ultra hydrated, I'll take the mask off, which is such a satisfying process. Just peel it off. And I always like to just rub in the extra serum just to make sure it really gets into my skin, because I really need all the moisture I can get. And then I'm going to do the simple task of brushing my teeth. It always feels amazing to brush your teeth after a long flight, especially if it's like an overnight flight and you just have like insane dragon breath. So it feels good to brush your teeth, so I'll do that. And then usually after I've landed from a flight, I don't feel like putting lots and lots of makeup on, so I just put like a little bit on. It always just kind of helps me feel a little more awake and alive to put a little bit of makeup on. Just like the tiniest bit. I don't know if you guys feel the same, but if I just like don't put any makeup on and I don't do my hair or anything like that, I'm literally just getting right back into bed. And that's really bad for jet lag, because you want to try to like adjust to the time zone that you're in. So as far as makeup goes, I'm just gonna start by using a little bit of the Bare Minerals Tinted Moisturizer. This is just a super easy product to use. I always just take a little bit into my hands and rub it together and really warm up the product, and then just rub it into my skin. I don't know, I always just feel like it's nice to even out the complexion a little bit, and it's moisturizing as well, so I'll just rub that into my skin. And then eyebrows. You know how I feel about my eyebrows. My eyebrows have been growing like crazy, but I'm just kind of letting it happen. I'm just gonna use just two products on my eyebrows. I'm gonna use the IT Cosmetics Universal Brow, can't remember what it's called, but it's the pencil I always use. And I'm just going to brush through my brows with the spoolie that's on one end of the brow pencil. And I'm just gonna add a little bit of the brow pencil as well, because I have very sparse eyebrows and they're very blonde, so you can't really see them. So I always just like to fill my brows in a little bit and then brush through it again so that it looks natural. And then of course, I can't go a day without using the Glossier Boy Brow. I use the shade Blonde, and I always just like to brush my hair, my brow hair upwards, just because I feel like it opens my eyes a little bit, and it also holds my eyebrows in place and adds a little bit more of a tint, so that's what I do. I'm not gonna add like bronzer or blush or anything like that, because especially on this particular day, I was just like hanging out at home and like catching up on my life, so I'm not gonna add mascara or anything like that, but I am gonna add a little bit of a lip balm, and this one is by RMS. I don't know if it's technically a lip balm, but it's like a tinted lip balm type product. RMS is an amazing natural brand, and I always just feel like it's really hydrating. But yeah, again, it's just like a little bit of color on my face always makes me feel like a little extra alive. So yeah, that's like it for the makeup really. I feel like it's enough to make me feel put together, but I'm not like going crazy with it, you know? So that's what I'm gonna do for my makeup. So by this point, I'm usually getting a little bit of an appetite, and my stomach's usually a little bit settled. I don't know if that's normal that my stomach always feels a little queasy, but I do have issues with motion sickness. But anyway, I digress. So now I would typically just have like either a piece of toast, or in this case, I'm having a little bowl of cereal. And I'm also gonna have an iced latte. I keep these amazing iced lattes in the fridge. I think the brand is Jimmy's iced coffee, and you can just pick them up at the grocery store, and they're so convenient to just have, especially when you land from a flight and you just like need something to help perk you up. So I just have a little bit of iced coffee, and I'm just gonna have my cereal. And usually I have my breakfast in front of my computer. I'm usually just like watching something on Netflix while I eat, but I'm also trying to catch up on emails. Whenever I land from a flight, I always have this like paranoia, like what's happening in my inbox? Like if I don't check my emails right away, there's gonna be trouble. So I always have to just like go through all my emails and just reply to anything like urgent. So that's typically how I'll spend like my breakfast, is like a working breakfast. And then I usually try to do either a yoga class, or at the very least do some stretches on my yoga mat just in my apartment, because especially if I've been on a long flight, I feel like my body's like really tight and just like needs to be opened up. So I'll do a little bit of, you know, child's pose, which always feels so amazing. I swear I could just like be in child's pose for my entire life. And then I'll do a little cat-cow. You know, I might do a slight downward dog. My body was so stiff when I was filming this, I could barely do a downward dog. But yeah, it just kind of feels good to get the body moving. And again, I think it just helps to like wake you up a bit. So I feel like those are the things that I always try to do before I take a beautiful nap. I love napping so much. I honestly should get a tattoo that says I love naps because I love naps so much, and I try not to sleep the whole day, but obviously after a long flight and you are jet lagged, sometimes you just need a little sleep. So I'll usually allow myself a 2-hour nap, which I know at that point is not a nap, it's just like a short sleep, but I'll usually do like a 2-hour nap or an hour nap just to kind of like get myself over the hump. But I don't have too much guilt about it because I've already kind of done all the stuff I needed to do. Like I've showered, I've taken care of my skin, I've replied to my emails, I've had some food. So I just kind of feel like that stuff always has to happen before I just like slump into bed, otherwise I would literally be sleeping all day. Anyway, everyone deals with jet lag differently, but over the years, this is what I found works for me. I actually just landed from a flight like 3 days ago, which is what inspired me to do this video, and that's exactly what I did that morning I landed. So this is tried, tested, and true. That's how I live my jet lag life. I would love to know your jet lag tips down below, because if I can implement something in my life that helps, that would be awesome, because jet lag is real and it can be tough. But anyway, that's it from me. I hope you guys liked this video, and I will see you very soon in my next one. Bye.